Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. All right, today is another beautiful, Tuesday morning, 25th day of June 2024. And as usual, we have a lot of games that is going on across the globe, a lot of club football matches, and as well as the European Championship going on today. And as a matter of fact, today we have 4 matches in the European Championship games that's going on, and actually the very important match is going on. Actually, the third match for the group stage matches, so which is actually going to decide who goes further and who goes home. So it's actually very important. So in a short while, we'll be taking a look at these matches, and also be making our predictions for these very games. But for those of us that are coming across our video for the first time who are yet to subscribe, kindly take our time to hit the subscription button at this moment so that you do not miss out, on our subsequent games that will be up on this channel on a daily basis. All right. That being said, let's head to the business of the day. And today we're starting with the first match of the Group C game, where we'll have England who will be up against Slovenia. Right, as usual, we'll take a look at how these sides have fared in the past 20 and also in their recent games. And looking at England, we could see that England in the past 20 games, they've been able to win 12 times, and they've had 5 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 20 games that they had so far. And they've also been able to score 40 goals, and have conceded only 12 goals in the past 20 games that they had so far. All right. On the other hand, Slovenia have been able to achieve 12 wins as well, but they've also had 6 draws and 2 losses, and they've scored 34 goals while conceding 17 in the process. All right. When you take a look at the recent performances for both sides, you can see that England have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 5 games that they had so far, but they've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. The loss was just their last friendly game before the tournament, where they played out a 1-0 loss against Iceland. And also looking at Slovenia in the past 5 have been able to achieve 2 wins, but they've also had 3 draws in the process. We saw them actually playing out a 1-1 draw in the first match of this European Championship against Denmark, and also came back against Serbia, also played another 1-1 draw, and that gave them 2 points. England at the moment is actually topping the Group C with 4 points, and they'll be looking to achieve a win in this one to consolidate on their top spot. All right, but it's going to be a very difficult game, saying that Slovenia is actually not a small team at the moment, and they're doing very well. But we do expect that England will rise to the occasion in this very game to win in this very encounter. So what's our value for this very game? We expect to see that England will not lose. We expect to see the English side either winning or draw, and under 4.5 goals. That's our expectation for this very one. The home side, England, to win or draw, and under 4.5 goals. And the next game that we have is also in the European Championship, where we have Denmark who will be up against Serbia. Okay, and we take a look again, and also in the same very group C. All right, Denmark have been able to win 11 games in the past 20. They've also had 5 draws as well as 4 losses. They've been able to score 31 goals, but they've conceded 17 in the process. And Serbia, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 8 wins in the past 20 games that they had. They've also had 4 draws as well as 8 losses. They've been able to score 31 goals as well, but they've also conceded 29 in the process. So when you take a look at how they fared from recent occasions, you see that the last 5 games for the Danish side have seen them achieving 3 wins out of 5. They've also had 2 draws, and those 2 draws were in this very, very tournament, where they had a draw against Slovenia and also a draw against England. And the Serbia, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 2 victories, 2 losses, as well as 1 draw in the past 5 games that they had so far. And when you put all that together, you know that the Danish side is a very, very stubborn side that refuses to lose, and in this very encounter we expect them not to lose once again, and we do expect a win or draw for the home side, plus under 4.5 goals. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next, and the next is in Group D, where we have France, who will be looking to cement their top spot in Group D coming up against Poland. All right, we know that in the past 20 for France, they've been able to win 14 games. Out of those 20, they've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses, but they've been able to score 51 goals in the process, but they have also conceded 15. And Poland, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 9 wins in the past 20. They've also had 4 draws as well as 7 losses. They've been able to score 28 goals, but have also conceded 23 goals in the process. And also bear in mind that okay, we'll take a look at the 5 recent games for the home side. French, they've been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 2 draws. One win was the last win was against Austria, where they won that match by 1-0, and they had a draw against Netherlands, 0-0 draw on that occasion. And Poland, on the other hand, have been able to win 2, 1 draw, but they have had 2 losses already in this tournament. It goes to show that they have been eliminated at the moment. So they have nothing to play for in this very game. So we do expect the French side, with who are better, to actually rise to the occasion in this very account and win this game outrightly. It is the home side to win. Home win, that's our verdict for this very encounter. And that takes us to the next game, also in Group D of the European Championship, where we have Netherlands, who will be up against Austria. Okay, the Netherlands is another very big team, and we take a look at how they fared in the past 20, and we could see that the last 20 games that they had, they've been able to achieve 12 wins in the past 20, but they've also been able to achieve 3 draws as well as 5 losses. They've scored 44 goals in the process, and they have conceded 21 goals as well. And Austria, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 13 wins out of the past 20 games. It goes to show that it's a very good team. All right, and they've also had 3 draws as well as 4 losses. They've been able to score 38 goals, but they have conceded only 18 goals in the process. It's a very big team too. It's a very good team, seeing how they've been performing on recent occasions. And looking at Netherlands, in the past 5, they've been able to achieve 3 wins. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past recent 5 games that they had. And the away side, Austria, have had 3 wins and also 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past in the past 5 games. That loss came in the match against France, where they narrowly lost out by 1-0. All right, putting all that together, that this is going to be a very, very tough encounter, seeing that these 2 teams are doing very well at the moment. But we know that Netherlands having a lot of stars in their squad, and is expected to achieve something in this very game, achieve a result in this very game. But that being said, our verdict for this very encounter is actually on a corner verdict, saying that both teams will be looking to achieve victory, because whoever wins in this very game is somehow guaranteed second spot. So we do expect to see an intense encounter, and that will result to a lot of corners in this very game. So it is at least a minimum of 8 corners to be expected in this very encounter. Over 7.5 corners, that's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next for today, and the next for today is actually in China, in Chinese league, where we have Wuhan Train Lions, who will be 3 towns who will be coming up against Shanghai Sport. Right, and taking a look at the last 6 games for the home side, Wuhan 3 towns, they've been able to manage just 2 wins and they've had 4 losses. But the away side, Shanghai Sport, have been able to achieve 6 wins out of those 6 games that they played on recent occasions. And when you take it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, Wuhan 3 towns, have been able to achieve just 4 wins from their last 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws, and as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that as well as 4 losses, in the past 10 home games that they had. But their away side, Shanghai Sport, have been able to achieve 8 victories in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, alongside in the past 10 away games that they had. So it goes to show that they're doing very well at the moment, and they're expected to rise to the occasion in this very encounter to win this match outrightly. Also looking at the recent encounters for both sides, the head-to-head meetings have always seen Shanghai Port being very, very dominant. The last 3 head-to-head meetings saw them defeating Wuhan 3 towns on those 3 occasions. So we do expect their away side to win outrightly in this very one. Away win, that's our verdict, and that takes us to the next, and the next is in Egypt. Egyptian Premier League will have the best team in the tournament in Africa at the moment, Ahli, coming up against Zamalek FC. It's a very also a very big team. And we take a look at the recent games for home side. Ahli, they've been able to achieve 5 wins out of 6. They have also had 1 draw. And the away side, Zamalek have managed 4 wins, 1 draw, as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they have so far. So when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side, Ahli have been able to achieve 8 wins from home, but they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in playing from home. And Zamalek, on the other hand, playing from away, have been able to achieve 5 wins from away, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses, in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And when you put it all together, you could see that Ahli is a very strong side, and it's actually fancied to achieve a result in this one. And as a matter of fact, the last 3 head-to-head meetings for both sides have the last 5 head-to-head meetings have actually seen Ahli being very dominant, because they have been able to achieve 4 wins out of those 5, and Zamalek have won on 1 occasion. So in this very encounter, we do expect to see the odd favoring Ahli, the home side. So our verdict for this very encounter is actually Ahli to win or draw plus under 4.5 goals. That's our verdict for that very game. Home win or draw plus under 4.5 goals. And that takes us to the next for the day, and the next for the day is in Finland. It's a Finnish Cup match where we have Ahli who will be up against PK 35. Ahli have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. In their away side, PK 35 have won 3 in the past 6. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss also. So when you take a look at how both sides fared from one away perspective, you see that home side have been able to achieve 6 wins from home, but they've also had 3 losses and 1 draw. And the away side, PK 35, who achieved 3 wins from away as well as 5 losses and also 2 draws. But what they've mentioned is the fact that Ahli is doing very well at the moment, and also the last time both teams met saw Ahli defeating this side by 1-0. So we do expect to see the home side rising to the occasion in this very encounter, to pick up the spoils in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the last game for the day, and the last game for the day is actually in Morocco Cup, where we'll have Raja Casablanca, who has been doing excellent at the moment, coming up against Mouloudia Oujda in Morocco. And Raja Casablanca in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 6 victories out of those 6 games that they had, but their away side have had just 1 win, 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 6 encounters. But when you look at how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you could as well see that Raja Casablanca in the past 10 home games, they have been able to be very, very, very excellent. They've won the entire 10 games that they played so far from home, and they've not drawn any, they've not had any loss. And the away side, on the other hand, have managed just 2 wins playing from away. They've also had 3 draws as well as 5 losses from the games that they play from away, this time on recent occasions. So it goes to show that Raja Casablanca is a wonderful team, and is a no-brainer that we expect the home side to win outright in this very game, seeing that the head-to-head proceedings for both sides have always seen Raja Casablanca being very, very dominant. As a matter of fact, the last 2 times both teams saw Raja Casablanca defeating this side by 2-0, and also had a 3-goal victory from away the last time they made this side. That was June. That was earlier this month. So we do expect a win for the home side, Raja Casablanca. Home win outright. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that brings our football prediction for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. And also want to remind you to also play responsibly. It's only a football game. It can go either way. Alright, that being said, tomorrow is another wonderful day, and I'll be coming up with my predictions again. But until then, keep winning.